Most people try to get what they want by asking directly, by pushing, by persuading. And then they wonder why it doesn't work. The truth is, the more obvious your intent, the more resistance you'll face. People don't like being told what to do. But they love feeling in control. They love making their own decisions. And that's where your real power begins. You get what you want not by force, not by arguing, not by begging, but by making the other person feel like they're choosing freely. Even if, in reality, every choice you offer leads exactly where you want them to go. This is one of the most powerful principles of influence. It's called controlled choice. You don't command. You don't demand. You guide. You lead. Quietly. Subtly. Effectively. Imagine you want someone to do something for you. If you say, "Can you do this for me?" the answer might be no. But if you say, "Would you prefer to do it today or tomorrow?" you've already won. They're no longer deciding if they'll do it. They're choosing when. Either way, you get what you want. This is not manipulation. It's strategic communication. You're aligning your goals with their sense of autonomy. You're framing the situation so that their freedom stays intact, while your outcome becomes more likely. This works in every part of life. Relationships, business, negotiation, parenting, leadership, even in casual conversations. Why does it work so well? Because choice feels good. It gives people a sense of control, a sense of power. And ironically, that feeling of power makes them more likely to agree with your plan. When people feel like they've made the decision themselves, they're less defensive, less resistant, more committed. Now think about this: every time you give someone a choice, you're shaping the direction of their thoughts. You're narrowing the options. You're silently setting the limits of the conversation. But because you're doing it with respect, because you're letting them choose, they don't feel manipulated. They feel heard. And that's the secret. You don't push people. You pull them in. Let's go deeper. There are 3 levels of giving choice. The first is basic options. This is the simplest form. For example, would you prefer coffee or tea? You frame the discussion around options that all work for you. If you only want someone to do A or B, you don't offer C. You only name A and B. The person chooses, and you're happy either way. This works because most people don't stop to question the framework. They assume those are the only 2 options, and they pick one. The second level is preference framing. Here, you subtly influence which of your preferred outcomes they choose. For instance, do you want to sign the contract today and get the bonus, or wait and lose the offer? Both are technically possible. But the framing makes one of them clearly more attractive. You're not lying. You're just highlighting the benefits and consequences. You're making the right choice obvious. The third level is value alignment. This is the highest form of the technique. Instead of offering choices based on tasks or timing, you offer choices based on values. You say things like, do you want to lead this project because it challenges you, or because it will make a real impact? In both cases, they're saying yes to the project. But they're also connecting the task to something meaningful inside them. Identity, growth, purpose. That's the ultimate persuasion. When someone believes they're choosing something that reflects their values, they will not only say yes, they will commit with passion. Let's take an example from real life. A parent wants their child to clean up their room. If the parent says, "Clean up your room now," the child might resist. But if they say, "Do you want to clean your room before dinner or right after?" the child still does it. But now, it feels like their own decision. They were given a choice. A sense of agency. That's what changes the whole dynamic. Or in a workplace, a manager wants an employee to take over a new project. Instead of saying, "I'm assigning this to you," they say, "Would you rather take the project with the tight deadline and high visibility, or the one with more flexibility and long-term impact?" Again, either way, the manager wins. But the employee feels respected, empowered, motivated. You see, the secret isn't about being aggressive. It's about being smart. It's about guiding, not pushing. Direct pressure creates resistance. Strategic framing creates flow. But be careful, this only works if your choices are real. Don't fake freedom. If someone realizes you're using tricks, they'll stop trusting you. And without trust, there's no influence. So always offer real options. Always respect the other person's dignity. That's what separates influence from manipulation. Integrity from control. Now here's something even more powerful. You can use this technique not only with others, but also with yourself. When you struggle with procrastination, don't say, "I have to work now." Say, "Do I want to do 20 minutes now and take a break, or do 40 and finish early?" Your mind is more likely to comply when it feels like it has a say. That's the irony. Even with ourselves, we respond better to guided choices than to strict commands. Controlled choice is not just a trick. It's a philosophy. A way of thinking. A way of living. It's about being intentional with your words. Clear with your structure. Soft in your delivery. And powerful in your results. So the next time you want something, from a friend, a client, a partner, or even yourself, pause before you speak. Don't ask for it directly. Don't pressure. Don't plead. Instead, offer a path. Shape the context. Give them 2 or 3 good options. And let them choose the one that's already yours. This is how leaders lead. This is how you move people, without force. This is how you win, without a fight. This is how you get what you want.